Well, it's almost done. Little bit left to go. What have we been working on here at the One Goose Garage? Well, we've been trying to get rid of shit, and we've been building this fence to keep the town board happy, because some prick that lives over there complained that from there to there, if you looked over here, you could see cars. So they asked us to put the fence up, and well, it's almost done. It's been a pretty much summer-long project because, well, it was a busy summer, even with the Rona and everything getting canceled and all the bullshit we had to deal with. We still ended up staying pretty busy. We were able to put a few shows on, so I still got to get rid of Blake's car. I got to get rid of that Cavalier that Brandon was borrowing. I still got to get rid of the Lumina that Blake ran. So we got some stuff that isn't up against the fence yet. We've got the Ranger, we got the new T-Bird, the old Lincoln, the old Buick, whatever the hell that thing is. We've got the Prism, the Lincoln, and the wagon are still on this side of the yard. I would like to get them all over to the fence before the snow flies, but no guarantees. Electra, that's what that thing is. So, general plan. Anything that I didn't think had any chance whatsoever of getting worked on in the winter is on that side, up against the fence. So far there's a Mercury, so a bubble Ford. There's a green Lumina that's actually going to be Blake's car for next year, but I assume that'll be a spring build probably. Another Mercury, so 2 Marquis and a Lincoln, so 3 bubble Fords. My old race car, which I still need to come up with a plan for. The S10 that Adam built. The Cavalier with the blown transmission. I don't think those are going to get worked on. We have the new Honda that you guys have never seen before. That was a trade for the GMC. GMC's now gone. We have the Square Lumina. We have the 3800 Lumina. And we have my race car. This is our 03, 05 Ford Focus. And it actually needs to be the first priority. Why does it need to be the first priority? Because there's a race January 1st every year for the Impact Survival Series. And I haven't really been a big fan of it. I'm not a real big fan of dirt in general. I don't mind racing on dirt. I love doing the eves on dirt, but a couple hundred laps on dirt is just hard on equipment. And, well, I don't like having to work on shit all the time because Lord knows I got enough shit to work on. So, for the last, as long as I can remember, the January race has been at 141 Speedway, and we've gone and filmed it a few times and planned on filming it this year, but it got postponed due to the Rona, so we weren't able to go film it. But this year, they're moving it to Thomas Sparta Speedway, which is a paved track, and that sounds like a lot of fun. So, January 1st, the plan is to race this car, so I need to take it to work one day on a Saturday and get a clutch put in it. So that will be on the project list. This, I believe, is going to be my gut and go car for next year. This is going to be my semi-stock car for next year. This will be another gut and go car, I believe, or an Eve car. I'm not exactly sure yet. Tranny's starting to get a little bit weak in this one. We learned that while we were using it to push all these cars around. It definitely takes some time to think about going into gear. None of these cars are likely going to get worked on in the off-season, so they're just sitting over here. Oh yeah, we got to get rid of that car too, the big old Monaco. But we want to take the engine out of that one. I think that's going to go into Jake's next project, which is a car that you haven't even seen yet. It is a 77 Impala that we're going to have him build in the off-season. Might get you some camera angles of that. I've got an extra camera. Thought about letting him use that for giving you guys some updates as he builds over the winter. The Catalina is still in the garage, and this Catalina is probably going to just become its parts donor. So, the collection's all here still. We are missing the cars that you guys haven't seen. Like I said, that Impala. There is also another Metric pre-ran over there, full-size car. And then there is a Buick Wildcat over there as well. Not sure what the hell I'm going to do with that, but I do need to get those cars over here. So as soon as I get that car, the Illumina, off the trailer, I think Jake and I are going to make a run over there and bring back the two metrics. One will come here to sit, and the other will go to his garage. So I may still try to get some of these cars moved over to the fence. I want to try to get all this shit cleaned out. It's just become a mess back here. So nothing real exciting has happened, which is why you guys haven't seen much. It's middle of bow season here. The rut's going. I've shot a doe. My wife has shot a little forker. So I've been processing deer. I've been making brats. I've been making summer sausage. My boss shot a deer, so I processed that one for him. So there's been a whole lot of not entertaining stuff as far as you guys are concerned going on at the One Goose Crib nest, I guess. I mean, I assume you guys don't want to see me cut up deer. I assume you don't want to see me go hunting. Hell, maybe you do, I don't know. But so far you haven't, and who knows? Things have just slowed down. It's kind of off season, kind of not. We're, nice enough to have a little bit of decent weather here, so trying to get some yard work done. There's a lot of shit to still clean up. We finally got access to the old ass half of the Illumina. I need to try to get rid of that. That box 4 doesn't have steering. The Prism's missing a wheel, so there's plenty of work to be done. But we're getting organized here at the One Goose Garage. You guys saw just a little bit ago the ISS race was put up. My camera's been giving me some issues. Obviously you can see now I have it up and running. You guys saw me shoot some videos on the phone. But actually I think it may not be the batteries that have been giving me a problem, but it might actually be the charger. I just noticed while I was trying to get a battery charged for this video that as soon as I plug a battery into it, it stays orange, which means it's charging for just a few minutes, and then it turns to green, which would mean it's done. And then if you wiggle the battery, it turns back to orange. So I've been thinking this entire time that I was having battery issues. Turns out I may actually just have a charger issue. So as always, working on getting that fixed. Promotions side of things. Looks like Golden Sands is not going to sign. That was going to be our April show. They have decided they think that they can do it better than a Derby promoter, so they're going to try to do it themselves, which should be entertaining. Lord knows the last one they did was a hell of a mess. So we'll see what happens there. Wish them the best. I will probably try to return there for the ISS race if Matt goes back there for another event. Promotion side of things, let's see. We announced the Waupaca County Fair. We've got our 2 dates at the Marshfield Fairgrounds. We are in the works for another event at Marshfield Speedway. We will not be going back to Seymour in 2021. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to give you guys a whole bunch of updates in one video because Lord knows I've been real slow at posting stuff here lately. What other things on the promotions side of the world? Hayward. We're already signed back up for Hayward for the Sawyer County Dirt Dash. Definitely the most fun I had last year. Yeah, the cleanup show. You guys know that. That one's already been re-signed. Overall promotion side's looking good. We haven't talked to Oshkosh yet. I'm sure I will at some point. Pretty liberal over there, so I mean I know with COVID there's a whole lot of trying to figure out what the heck's going to happen for next year, so hard to say. Tomahawk Speedway, we've talked to them a little bit. It's just a matter of figuring out a schedule for up there. You guys probably saw we did cancel. We're not going to do the team show in Anago. They're going to bring in a big truck race for that weekend. So we moved out of the way for that because they had a $70,000 sponsor step up. So I'm not going to get in the way of the community for something like that for our little demolition derby. So lots of changes. Trying to pump the brakes here a little bit. Why? Because I want to build more cars. And I think you guys seem to like it when we build cars. You like watching us build cars. I want to be able to go film more derbies. I want to get back to where this started, which was us just going and filming derbies and building cars and you guys being able to see it. My time's been tied up with the promotions thing, so we're trying to pump the brakes just a little bit. Plus, this car on the end here, I don't know if you guys enjoy that quite as much, but every time I go to one of these races, it just eats at me. I started racing when I was 16, and those ISS races are absolutely awesome. So this car is going to get a lot more attention for next year, as I would like it to be more productive next year. And in general, I'm just trying to slow life down a little bit. We're going 100 miles an hour and trying to figure out now what makes the most sense. I want to spend more time fishing, and I doubt you guys want to see that. So I want to make sure that we can do enough that's going to keep things on camera, which is working on cars usually after work, that kind of stuff, but also getting to shows to just film the events that are being put on by other promoters. You know, it sucks we can't go to Hollywood shows because he hates me so much, but there's plenty of other shows around here that we'd love to support, so we're going to definitely try to do that. Well, we're already up to almost 11 minutes, so that's probably good for this update. A little bit of an update on the entire collection. We have whittled it down a little bit, but definitely still plenty of cars here. People message me all the time asking if I want to buy more cars, and the answer is no. I am not going to buy any more cars until I am through the collection I have. I've got enough to probably last me 4 or 5 years, and I don't know that I want to do this any longer than that. So, collection's the collection. Let's wreck them all. Appreciate you following along as always. Get goosed.